Okay, so hi again, part 3 of מיניות או לא להיות. So let's dive in.
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to say about the last question is, for any woman who is having an experience of they can't figure out how to orgasm, and maybe they've had a lot of partners or not had a lot of partners, stay with it. Okay, this is something that I work with women on one-on-one. You're welcome to reach out to me on Instagram if you have any questions, if you want to work together. And another great resource is this book. It's called Come As You Are, and explains the capacity for you and your body to experience really high levels of pleasure, and maybe you will understand the reason why you haven't gotten there yet.
So if you want to contact her, you can do it. You can experience.
Yeah, you are there. Your body is set to give you all the pleasure that you desire.
You know the funny thing about
you will get there. If this is a desire for you to have, you will be able to have all the orgasms. You'll have the orgasms from the nipple. You will have all of the orgasms. You will be able to have
it. Our show today. It's like 9 a.m. and
diving in.
I'm diving in.
You
I'm
told her
diving
to
in
dive
the show.
in.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So after we spoke about that, another question for
Go
you.
with the flow.
Our sexual coacher. Okay. So how do I say מלבה in English? Like take
put some fire inside, spicy.
make the fire bigger between me and my partner.
So again, this is very similar to the question we had yesterday.
It's
It's just a different phrase. Really, it's about, first of all, what do you want? Ask yourself and figure out, what do you want? What does the spice look like? Saying I want to have spice in my life, what does that even mean? Okay.
She said fire.
Fire. What does the more fire mean?
Just like fire.
What does it look like for you? Understand? Yes, I do. I know things.
I love Pink. She has this song.
Yeah.
Just like fire.
Sometimes, I think that sometimes the fire, it's not only a problem of the sexuality. It's like a mirror.
Yeah.
When the fire is going, they put off the fire in the real life and outside the bedroom. So in the bedroom, the fire is, it's a problem. It's not, מה קרה?
My fire of my pillow is like, I don't know. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, that's okay. And מה קרה?
Why she's saying she's speaking in English and they say מה קרה in Hebrew?
No, מה קרה in Hebrew because she looks uncomfortable, and I'm saying that
I am comfortable in my uncomfortable places.
Okay, so I'm saying that maybe it's not only the question what is fire for you or spicy for you. It's also you have to check sometimes. What is going on in other spectrum?
Yes, that's a really good point. You can use the other areas of your life to see where you don't have enough fire. What's going on? If you feel like you're not passionate enough about things, it's not like you don't have that
Wow, okay. Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Because now I will say another thing.
Smדר ויינברג.
Cool. Why are you speaking Hebrew? I don't understand. This show is in English, okay? Smדר ויינברג, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Anyway, I started to say that it's so true because also when I train, I say to them, use your fire. Mm-hmm. Because, and I said to them also, the way you train here, the way you deal with your difficulties in the training, this is the way you walk outside the gym. This is the way you run your life. And I really believe that in every one of us, we have different energies, right? Fire, tree, wood, but sometimes it's like locked somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's interesting that it's also going to the SEX life. Mm-hmm. And now let's go to your tips about how do you take a fire.
What I was gonna say is also you look inside yourself, and before you even say how do I do it with my partner, it's like the question really is how can I access my fire? What does the fire look like to me? I don't know if you want to journal or just talk to yourself about it, think about it and write it down. That's what I like to do. And what does it mean? What does fire look like to you? What does it feel like in your body? And how do you access it? Because you are the one. If you want more fire, guess what? You get to bring more fire. So it's really connecting to it and bringing the fire to your partner. And then from there, the partner typically will feed off of it. You know, if the relationship is good, they will be like, oh, okay, and they will reciprocate it.
Amazing. So she said a really nice things. I will just take it a bit wider. A lot of people doesn't really know how some energy or some feeling feels like even in their body. They don't always know how, for example, let's take the not sexy example, how forgiving someone feels like. And what Barb says here, that sometimes we feel that we don't have a thing. We feel that we don't have the fire. But did I ever stop and ask myself when I said, I want more fire, what is that fire for me? Because for me, fire will mean something and feel like something, and I will experience this fire in one way. And for her, we will take the same fire, and if we will take it and we will put it, I don't know, on a painting, and we will draw it here, we will have two different paintings. And so first tool is paint your fire, write your fire, whatever. Teach yourself, teach your brain, what is this thing that you want? And then, after you will do it, I'm pretty sure that the ways for you will just pop up. Because the way for her to bring her fire will be different. Like she maybe want to, I don't know, to bring ice cream to her niece. And this will be fire for her. And for our girl that asks that, maybe it will be something else. Maybe it even will be to put music on.
And dance and move your body and move your hips. This is also...
Hips don't lie?
Hips don't lie.
You sure about that?
I'm sure. As for women...
You never met a hip that lied?
No.
Never in your life?
No.
And Christina Aguilera?
No, it wasn't Christina Aguilera. It's Shakira.
Fun
Shakira,
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Okay, it wasn't Christina Aguilera, by the way. But Christina Aguilera...
What about her?
I know. She lies.
I have no idea.
You see, this is the cultural differences. I'm having fun and
I'm why is she talking about Christina Aguilera?
And you're I don't know Christina Aguilera.
There is another serious point that she said, take responsibility.
Yeah,
it's your responsibility. When you when you lack something and you said, I don't have it, as you said before, just look inside you and see what lacks inside you, and then when you put it inside you, you can bring it to your relationship. You cannot go and criticize your relationship without looking in the mirror and said, what about me?
I will just stop for a second because she didn't say...
No, but that was my point. She said it. That's my point. I was exactly the responsibility. She just used the word responsibility. But when
but she didn't say my partner. She just asked. She didn't. She didn't put in a question the responsibility on a partner. She asked for both of them.
How do I make fire in my
life? So it's okay. It's true what you said.
No, it's not about
the
question. In general, it's not
general,
about the way she asked the question. From the question, we are going out to the subject. I'm saying that, as I understand, it's not only knowing what is fire for you, it's also taking responsibility of this fire that you want to put in.
Exactly, but I mean the first step in the responsibility is she's taking responsibility because she's asking the question. She actually did take responsibility because she decided
Boring. Can I continue?
Okay.
We spoke about the stuff. We spoke about responsibility.
Okay.
We can't always go for it. We are in a fun show, and I really want to go for the. It's also me being cynical. Okay. It's also it's we and my mom, we have this special relationship.
Okay.
as you asked me before, we are full Polish, right?
Yeah.
And to grow up to a Polish mom and to train a Polish mom is even more challenging. But now it's me having fun. After all these years that I couldn't, I'm running this show. I can do whatever I want. I want to make jokes. She's my soldier,
Yeah.
In Hebrew you say, חיילת שלי.
Yeah.
כן, חיה בסרט. In Hebrew it's
Living in a movie. This is in English.
Living in a movie זה כמו הבדיחות של דוד לוי.
I just wanted you to feel comfortable. It's like, when I say boring, and I don't really mean it's like cynical way. Okay. So another question. In the last year, I feel that I attract also to guys. I don't say in English. Okay. What part of it do you think connect to that maybe I always attracted to guys, but something in my brain was afraid of that, and how many of that percent? It's hard to translate the question to English. It's in Hebrew, but he asked if you think that suddenly in the middle of the life you can be attracted to the other gender, and he's trying to understand with himself, and maybe a general question, if all of his life he was also attracted to men, and just right now he connected to himself or something, or either you think it's something that can happen in the middle of the life.
I think it's fluid. I think it can be just even how this movement is happening with gender fluid. Yeah, maybe.
What is gender fluid?
Gender fluid.
Tell us.
Okay, so it's you are going with it. It's maybe you feel asexual, maybe you feel, you're attracted to men, maybe you feel like you're attracted to women. You're fluid, you're flowing. And then maybe you're a man, you feel like maybe I'm a woman. I physically am a woman, but inside I feel like I'm a man. It's fluid. It's there's no set
pattern.
There's no it has to be this way. It's fluid.
I will put from his question, I will put a really crazy subject on the table, okay? We can go with the beliefs that we adapted from our childhood while we grow up, while experience things in school, and we adapted some beliefs and kept it inside of us and kept feeling that these beliefs are ours and this is our truth, but it wasn't our truth. It just was belief that we picked up. Do you think that also because of the norma of of families and things that happen in schools, a lot of people picking up also their desire to the gender? I don't know if I succeed explaining myself, because
I don't know
it's hard
if I
for
understand.
me to. It's hard to do it in English.
So say maybe your mom can help.
Some person can grow up and be heterosexual, for example. Mm-hmm. But maybe he think his truth is being heterosexual, just because this is what this is what
that's what he was taught as a child.
This is what he thought. But I'm not speaking only about thought as a child, as saw. It's like you can't know what is a war until you saw a war, right? Because your brain needs to understand when you hear the word a war, you need to understand what is a war. So sometimes you can grow up to, to a religion family, for example, and all you see is men with a woman, right?
Everything you're saying, yes, I totally understand. So let me see. So you're saying because he didn't even have the experience of it, he didn't even know that it existed, but he might feel it inside that he wants something else, but because he was raised in this container where it's only men and women, you only do it this way, that he doesn't even know that he might want something
No,
else.
I think that
I will
think
try
that
to explain
I,
it
I think
because
that
I'm
I
talking about
understand.
something more bigger, and I'm talking about the attractions themselves. I'm talking really about the feeling, the physical thing that's happening after you
זה
picked
מה
up,
שהבנתי.
like somebody is going inside your brain.
It's
You're-
like
you're-
a brainwash.
like
it's
a
like a
brainwash.
brainwash because of your childhood. That you are.
Yeah.
The families are.
Yes, of course it is.
heterosexual.
But that's what I'm saying, because you in this box, you in this. It's like you only taught because you are brainwashed. Of course, it's brainwashed. This is how we do things. This is it. This is how, if you do it, and it's not even an option. Sometimes people in these types of communities don't even know it's an option for them, but they still feel uncomfortable in their body. And maybe it manifests in anger later in life. Maybe they get cancer, maybe this way, because they don't even realize that they didn't have the chance to express this desire inside, because they never connected to the desire inside, because they didn't have the words for it, because it wasn't even in their language. It's not just you only see it. There's words for these things. How do you even express it if you don't see it and you don't know what it is? You know what I mean?
Exactly. I really know what you mean. I agree with you, and I'm happy that you said that. I want to take it a step forward.
Okay.
It's like brainwash really makes people to do actions.
Yeah.
Right? Like, why? Because belief. What is a belief? It's a thought that brings emotion, and if you take both of them together, it's create a belief, and the three of them together moves you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make you act, make you decide
They
something.
make the motion.
Yeah.
And if you are brainwashed, so it's not only you are in a cage and you're afraid, you can really think this is your truth. You can really feel that, okay, I'm attracted to a guy. I'm attracted, if I'm a girl, I'm attracted to a guy, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not my truth. It's just something that brainwashed me because I grew up to a religion family, for example.
Okay.
And I think that his question is something around this area, and I'm just putting it out.
So here, like going back to his question, here's my thing. Don't limit yourself. It's okay. If you feel like, who cares? It's the past is the past. If you weren't attracted to, if you were a man and you were only attracted to women up until you were 18, and then you turned 19 and you were like, I'm into guys, go with it. This is my point. Like, it doesn't, like, my question to him would be, why does it matter if you weren't attracted to men, before?
That's it.
Yeah,
why does it matter?
like, why does it matter? Why do you have to answer this question? Why can't you allow yourself to change your mind, your feelings to change your mind, just like go in another direction?
Yes,
like David Bowie, David Bowie, the singer.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so his wife, Aman, this beautiful model, you know how they met? They were both dating Mick Jagger. Or like
really?
I think
oh
it's
my
like,
God, she's. Okay.
I think it's something like this. Like, I don't know if it was Mick Jagger, but basically David Bowie was having sex with her boyfriend. She walked in and she was like, what's going on? And then the two of them saw each other and they fell in love. So my point is, the point of the story is that he was like, and David Bowie definitely did not care at all about what people thought about his sexuality, Like, even at this time, in a time in a world where it wasn't even as accepted as it is today, he was like doing whatever he wanted with whoever he wanted.
I'm free.
Exactly.
To do what I want.
Exactly. So my point is that, like, live your life, like, you feel like attracted to a man today, go be with a man.
There are a lot of couples that also in my office, sometimes it happens that after 20 years of marriage, a woman decided that she doesn't want men anymore.
Yeah.
She wants to live with a woman, and the other way around. Whether it was all the time from childhood or something that was brainwashed, or at the end, it doesn't matter.
Exactly.
And you have to live the moment.
Okay, I understand what I wanted to ask. I put it here, and I have ADHD. Anyway, okay, so it's like, let's take this question, but let's put it like on a timeline. Before he got the understanding that he is also attracted to guys. can you take 60 seconds for yourself and with your knowledge about all this, cool stuff in the kitchen because you know how to cook, think about if we have Thomas, okay? And Thomas was brainwashed. And he's like 33 years old right now. And because he was brainwashed so professionally, now he's living in his not real world, like his brainwashed world. And he's having sex only with girls, but in his real world he's gay. He's gay, not he's gay, he's gay. But he didn't yet have this awareness button that, oh my God, I was brainwashed and can you think, I'm like challenging you, like because we are diving, about tools or exercise or games with ourselves to know ourselves or thing that you think that Thomas can do with himself to wake up, like to understand that he was living in a brainwashed conscience?
Yeah, sure. It's like there's books to read, the journaling, really asking yourself the questions and
No, for you is yes, sure, but I want like to open it to everybody. It's not
that's
sure.
What I'm saying.
Okay, first thing is to read a book.
There's books to read. Like
it was, by the way, it was the 60 seconds, like the fastest 60 seconds I ever saw.
Because it's like because this
because
is
I know that, like this is what I do.
Because it's like
it's like go for a berry.
It's interrupting. Well, it's also getting a coach, getting someone who can help you raise your awareness about yourself. There's nothing, Litan. She's also I train with her when I come to Tel Aviv, and it's the same thing because. Why do I go train with her? Because if I do it by myself, because I love her, but if I do it by myself, I'm not going to get the results even close. I could train by myself for years, and I'm not going to have the difference. Like she does this thing with my abs. It's crazy. It's wild. And
I thought you come to say that I'm doing this thing with your ASS. Like it sounds the same.
ASS. Me too. My ass looks great also. Whatever, But the point is, she will see like the smallest. We were working out the other day, and she's like, okay, she's making the smallest, tiniest adjustments. There's no way I would see this. There's no way I would see this.
Of course.
And this is what coaches do for you because they open it up in a way you will never see it. And why do you get a coach? Because I want the results that I want. I want my body to look a certain way. I want to feel a certain way in my body. And coaches will speed it up, like quantum leap you. So if you feel like you were in an experience where you're like...
What is quantum leap?
Quantum leap? I don't know how to explain.
Wow, it sounds cool.
It's science. It's like when you want to get where you want, like, let's say you have this vision of like, I want to be this like famous movie star, and it's like, you feel like it's like decades away. Like quantum leaping is like how to have it and make it now, like today. It's like you speeding up time like exponentially.
את קופצת לחזון. You go there and it's like it happens now.
You ever heard about it?
It's like Einstein. It's like theory of relativity.
No, I know what it means.
But you ever heard this
is a
coaching tool.
A coaching
you can use it in coaching, but it's actually it's like a theory of relativity with Einstein. It's quantum physics.
I'm going to,
So what the coach does is quantum leaps you, right? A very good coach, an excellent coach, you'll start to see results immediately, like, wow, oh my God. Where if you're doing it by yourself, you're still going to be in the brainwash. You need someone outside of you.
That, by the way, brainwash is also in every field. You can find a coach
100%,
that can brainwash your brain. And this is the time to say, it doesn't matter what is the subject. A good coach, a good therapist, a good
100%.
whatever, a good guru is the one that will tell you, you are the guru, you are the coach.
Exactly.
You are the therapist, and now I will help you to find the places inside of yourself to become your own guru. We can find outside a lot of gurus or a lot of teachers or coaches that they are not aware of the fact that they are a narcissist and egoist and they have like needs to feel power. And in the last year, I met so many
Egomaniacs.
Okay, you can call it that.
Yes.
But a professional, even successful. What is successful? I mean, like
Famous.
everybody knows them, or they have like a lot of clients, and they are making damages.
Yes, yes. They want
Just-
people to cling to them.
Like a culture, and so I'm just saying, like put doubt in everything and make sure you are
Question.
becoming your
It's
own
not
guru.
doubt. Question everything. And also, if you're not sure and you're going to feel it in your body, because once you're already on this path of awareness and you're already questioning, like, did I get brainwashed, all of this stuff. If you hire someone and you are like working with them, check in with yourself, because it's not just in your head. How does it feel in my body?
Amazing.
Is
I'm
this
going to stop
person-
you. It's
Yeah.
such an important point that you put out here, because what is our body, you know? It's our unconscious.
Yeah.
And our conscious, even if we're really like did spiritual work and inner work, and this is the thing, unconscious is unconscious. And we check unconscious only in our body. So when she said, the body feels first, she was so right. And sometimes you will feel it in your body and you'll be afraid to go with it, or you will not understand. But our body speaks first and he knows better
Yes.
than us.
Yes.
And I'm saying it even more to the people that are more intelligent, I will say like that or whatever, because here I think that as more as that you are more sharp, so also your unconscious is like, so also your conscious is sharp. And sometimes it can run you like in your life, and you have to be so brave and so aware of that your awareness is sometimes blocking you. And you wanted to say another thing? You just breathe this.
No, breathe.
Okay, cool. Can you do like this for a second?
Yes. No,
It was a test. You needed to like to put doubt, to question, because if you didn't have anything in the side of your eye, you just did like this. Be your own guru. Be your own guru.
She doesn't have a mirror though.
Yes,
She can see.
נפל לך הגיל, זה אותו דבר.
Sorry.
כן. זה תלוי מי אומר לך. It depends. Sometimes you trust someone. And when you trust someone, you believe him, but if it's not the real thing, the authentic things, you can feel it in your body.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to say also before about knowing if your attraction to a gender, it's about brainwashing or about the way you are. It's just touch. When you touch someone, even touching his end, sometimes you can understand what you feel towards this person. There are people that you can't bear that they are going near you,
Yeah.
even without touching.
Yeah.
Just on your, on your circle.
yeah.
And there are people when you even touch them like
Yeah.
this.
How is my
or
touching?
Nothing.
How is my touching?
Nothing sexual.
Yeah.
Something like this.
100%.
You feel the good energy and the attraction, and one can know if this attraction is about friendship or about sexual attraction. It's the body knows.
But also you feel it. Listen, okay, I'm really going to go there right now. You don't just
Go
feel
for
it
it.
in your body.
Don't be afraid,
You feel
be
it.
brave.
If you're a woman, okay, I don't know what it's like to be like a man, but for a woman, I feel it in my pussy.
I'm ugly?
Seriously,
Mowgli.
There's the body connection, but there's also the pussy will tell you. She knows everything.
Everything, yeah.
And you know what patriarchy did not. You know what patriarchy did, and part of the brainwashing for all of us. They want us to stay here.
Yes.
They don't want us to be in our pussy. They don't want us to be in our body, because when we become in our pussy, in our body,
They're afraid.
watch out.
Yes, watch
out.
Watch
Because
out.
she is so powerful. You create life in here. This is the most amazing.
This is the center of the world.
The center of the universe. There's no bigger creation than this. you have to trust her. You have to have a relationship with her. This goes back to even the orgasm question. She's like, she's not connected to this. If you connected to this, you don't need this. You don't even need to think.
Woo! Oscar goes to P. Mowgli.
Yeah, exactly.
Like D. Mowgli, so P. Mowgli. From now on, it's going to be not a Mowgli. In the workouts, it's going to be the P. Mowgli.
The P. Mowgli.
Because it's also the Mowgli.
Yeah.
Own your P. Mowgli.
So,
and wait, brave, sexy, good job.
Thank you.
I'm serious. And it's true. You know, my acting coach, Ivana Chabak, I don't know if she even remembered that, but one of the coolest, funny and real thing that she said was to me in some, I don't know, she said, okay, when you go to audition, imagine that you walk and talk and act from your P. Mowgli.
Oh, really?
Just think about it for 1 second.
Interesting. Uh-huh.
And automatically, it will change your energy, it will change your vibe, it will empower you, it will make you like this wild, brave thing. And it's like taking 1 second. Just think from your Mowgli, think from your, and walk from it. And, you know, I used it also on a new trainers come to me, and I saw the difference. Because it doesn't matter if it's the P, or if it's in her, or if it's in E. I think that the secret of life, one of them, we have like a few, is also to train ourselves to catch when we feel insecure.
Unsafe,
insecure. And to have like this list of things, that even 4 things, that we already trained our mind. We already trained and checked, and we know. How do we know? Because we feel it in our body. That makes us feel so king or queen, and have like 1,000,000% of confidence in our body. And I find in my journey, I have it already, I'm doing that. It's changed everything. I'm not even like need to think about what I'm going to do, but the way I'm talking in the show, the way I'm doing an audition and I felt that it wasn't good the first take. I'm just saying for myself, do this exercise, feel that you're the queen, feel that you are like God or whatever, and do it again. Don't think about what you're going to change, and just go with the flow. And it's like different worlds. Mm-hmm. It's crazy.
No, it's like magic. Kind of
magic.
And it's like we were saying before, when you're around people, so this is the way, whether it's a coach you're working with, or if you're trying to figure out if you like men now or women, whatever, it doesn't matter. Check in with your body. You want a tool? Ask your body. Does this feel good to me? Do I feel safe doing this?
Cool. Yeah, right. Sorry. I felt that we didn't say what you think, what you said about the energy. It's so true. Okay? And you don't have to be like spiritual people, because I'm sure that everybody feels energy in some amount. Some people you can bear that they are touching you, and some not. And some they will just walk. And you feel, oh my God, what just happened? Like, who just walked here? And some people you can, oh my God, I can't be here. So let's call this tool the energy detected.
Detective. Energy detective. It's very.
It's a virus, okay? Energy, it's a virus. It can brainwash you. It can go inside your mind. I'm not kidding. You can't see it. But stay away from toxic people, energy, places, even if it costs you a lot of money.
Yes, it's worse than Corona.
If you are losing a career job, don't believe your brain. Think from your P. Mowgli and detected the energy.
Listen to your body.
Be in the right energy. Okay, you can see it, but it's the most important thing you have to remember. Okay, let's go to the question. I want to do like a quick answer right now. Not go to this a lot of talking. Okay, What do you think is the most pleasure place special to have sex at? Like it could be, you know.
Like, where do I think like literally a destination?
Yeah, I don't think just from your body.
Like a destination, like I don't know.
Like to have sex on the
car,
plane, for
on the
example.
plane.
Yeah, like on
So
a
the
plane,
coolest
or like a
place.
beach, like in the ocean.
You have two answers: beach and an ocean. For you,
Beach and an ocean, nothing outside, everything inside. Nothing like this. Not for me.
I thought you were in the boots.
No, in the boots.
You will be.
Even with the boots, it's inside.
I didn't even make
Nothing
a sound
outside.
now. I was listening to you, and
No.
you're
No,
share,
No.
share. Be specific.
מה קרה? נהיית...
It doesn't have to be a place that you already done it. It can be a place that is in your fantasy world.
Look, I
Be
won't
creative,
share
be
anything
creative.
about it on TV.
That's it. Not
But
you. It's
I
for her.
won't. את יכולה לחכות גם
I'm
מיליון
not
שנה.
saying it. אני לא אומרת לך לשתף, תקשיבי, אני אומרת לך לתת לה דוגמה.
רגע, אבל, so I will, זה בדיוק העניין, יש לי, I have a very good example. From my cases, yes, sometimes it goes it goes to yellow things in the cases that we deal with.
Can you go to the yellow thing already?
Yes, the yellow thing was like a washing machine. There was it's not a nice story, yes. It's what a woman that she had.
We are not about the story, Mom. We are on the funny things. Where did
The
they
funny
have it?
things is the washing machine, okay?
So on top,
in their house.
On top the
On
washing
top of the
machine,
washing machine.
because the washing
In a-
working washing
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah, it's
Working washing
the vibration,
machine.
the vibration.
Wow, that's
yeah.
creative. I will
Vibration.
like just make sharp something. I didn't ask where you already did. I asked what in your mind for her. She asked us like she wanted us to throw up ideas.
So I
for
gave her an idea now.
Cool, yeah, but you were in a defensive move about a question that you weren't asked about before. Another idea for washing machine. It doesn't have from a story that you know already. Just
Another.
take in your mind for your
a story
imagination
that I
for
don't
her.
know?
Just take
Like in a bathroom restaurant.
gave her gave
At the
the girl
club.
the dozen.
I think that in 10 years, 20 years, she will be able to do it on the moon.
On the moon. Okay. You still didn't understand the question. I will tell you
איך אני נהנית לייבש אותה?
to try. You're not. את לא מייבשת אותי. I will watch it later. You didn't understand the question, but never mind because you're not listening as usual. It's not for me. It's Elohim who will deal with you.
אלוהימה.
God will deal with that. It's not mine. I'm dealing only with myself. And for me, if I will be creative for you, I will suggest for you to try to do it on a trampoline. To try to do it on a, how do you say it, when you, this wall?
Fitness
You need
coach, trampoline.
Like climbing wall.
Climbing wall. This is what I try to tell you. It doesn't have places that you already tried. I just say it doesn't have even to be ideas that you are saying from your own experience. It's just like you're creative, like you're writing a book, like you're singing a song. Just play.
Like first
Play
comes to
for
your
it.
mind. What comes to your mind
Yeah,
first?
let's play a game. You know what? A game. I'm taking 1 minute. Okay, let's try to think about for a question. Coolest, weirdest places to have SC accent. Okay, so trampoline, walking
washing machine.
washing machine,
In the back
climbing
of a,
wall.
In the back of a cab.
In the
This
back of
is
a
brave
cab.
on the back on a cab. The cab with the cab driver or without?
Someone
With or
should
both,
drive.
one or both.
Someone
Okay,
should drive.
keep going. 40 seconds. Keep going. 40 seconds.
Okay.
At the jungle.
In the jungle.
Yeah. On Purim.
On Purim. In the bathroom restaurant. In the bathroom club.
This is boring. Everybody is
Okay.
doing that.
Everyone does that. Sorry.
Yeah, well,
Everybody does that. I hope not everybody.
No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep
In
going.
the office. It's also boring.
Boring, on
On
the
the
plane.
photocopy machine in the office.
This sounds a bit special, a bit creative.
On stone, like marble or granite, like stone, like a floor.
On a stone. But you have to make sure it's a stone. Because if it's not a stone, if it's like a
If it's
fake stone,
porcelain.
on a wood. But you have to make sure this is a wood.
Bathtub.
On a fire, near a firewood.
Yeah.
Firewood, you say?
Yeah. Oh, near a fire.
No, but when you are going like in winter,
Yeah,
you put in the marshmallow
fire.
inside.
It's fire. The same
So near
thing.
fire, on the
Yeah.
desert, Keep going, on the
The
Galil
desert.
Elyon, on the grass,
In the Galil Elyon, they have like near
the
the Jordan
trees.
River.
Yeah,
on the Jordan River. Ah, you saw it or you experienced
I
that?
didn't experience that, but,
yeah.
but I know that a lot of people are using the Jordan River.
Okay, what is
For-
the maximum amount of orgasm you think that a girl or a woman can get in 1 hour?
I don't know.
It's
This
a
is like,
sport?
it depends on the woman. I mean, it's like
You
could
don't have to be
3, 4,
Let-
5.
From now on, because we have like 5 minutes, okay? So I'm going to ask questions, and we are allowed to be stupid. We are allowed to make
is-
mistakes. We are
yeah.
allowed to just have fun. We are allowed to just do whatever we want, okay? Let's have fun.
It's unlimited. You can have an unlimited amount of orgasm.
Oh
You
my
could have-
God, this is like a great, cool answer.
You can have an orgasm for an hour. You can have one orgasm
The professor
for an
of
hour.
the P. Mowgli said that.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Professor
What do you
of
think?
It's called extended massive
I will throw
orgasm.
77. Sounds a lot in an hour. 77 orgasms.
77,
Wow. Throw a number.
A number?
1 hour.
347. It's okay. Okay.
Or
Throw a
you could have
number.
one. It's better, I think, to
What
have
do you
mo-
think? Oh, wow,
longer.
but this is like a deep question. What do you think about the polymery, this is how we say
Polyamory.
in English, polyamory world?
Like
that
polygamy?
getting stronger in the last
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous.
that getting stronger in the last years. I feel that I'm the only one who left that. I also feel the same way, by the way. I
Yeah.
feel that everybody became polyamorous or whatever, or
Polyamorous, yeah.
running like an open relationship.
Yeah.
And like this is
Very
become the
common.
normal. And I'm not judging. I'm just trying to find my place in the world, you know, because I still believe in magic and in Disney legends, and I feel that my partner, it doesn't matter who is be, if it will be a boy or a girl, but I feel that I need for
monogamy.
life.
You want monogamy.
Yeah, for life. And what do you think about this?
So I think it's really to each his own. It's like my thing is like I'm into monogamy. I really love the idea of being with one person. I don't want to be with more than one
Like
people.
me.
Yeah.
But I think that me and you are the only one who left. What do you think?
No, Mapito.
No.
So you are with us?
Of course.
So speak in English.
No, I think this is a patent. This is this way of life. It's only an excuse. That's
It's
the
a
way
mask.
I see it. It's an excuse to
cheat?
not to cheat. They don't cheat because they
So
are
it's used for what?
they are telling the truth.
So
they
excuse
said
for
it's
what?
an open relationship, so they don't cheat. But it's an excuse not to be committed, not to do the life with a person. It doesn't have to be the same person for 100 years. But when you are on the same time, in the same period of time, you are divided your energy.
Yeah.
Like we have 100% of energy. This is the cake that we have, and we have to share it with our children, with our partners, with our work,
With our ice cream.
with
I
ice
love
cream,
ice cream. I'm getting
with
you
a lot
ice
of things, with
cream.
our food. And when we take the part that belongs to partnership, to a relationship, and we divide it into little parties,
I'm so
sorry.
with you.
Yeah. I cannot
It's a way
understand
to. It's well. The thing is, you don't have as much time to create a really deep level of
Can
intimacy.
I get
Yeah.
in for a second? Just
Yeah,
for
go
like
in.
30 seconds. I'm so in love. Okay. Anyway, I think that you said no. I feel it like if we were like politicians and we were like you know supporting the how do you say it in English? Unpolymery, like monogamy.
You have
Monogamia.
monogamous or you
Monogamous.
have polygamous.
And we were like on the side of the monogamist. So it's the first time that I heard a answer for that was so true, and I will explain. It's not that you said it's an excuse, but you meant after I heard your explanation, I think that the real word, the real definition for that, it's fears. And the fear is that you don't know how to be a partner You don't know. Wait for a second, and you will react. But it's hard because it's in English, and I'm also, where I'm bringing this information from. It's not excuse because the people that are inside the polymeria, this is how we say it.
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous, they're not aware. Because I've been in a date for 2 hours, and only in the end of the date, he said, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm polyamorous." Okay, you can tell the difference, I will leave. But if you will speak with and I had a lot of discussion about it because I really feel there is a really how do you say it?
Yeah, there's definitely an incline. There's definitely an incline. It's more accepted.
Yeah. So if you will speak with them, they really believe in their truth, but they don't understand. This is not their truth.
I don't believe them.
Wait for a second. You will.
I don't believe them.
Amazing. Okay. So I think that everybody should live with the truth as long as it's their truth. But if they are disconnected from themselves and they are running from fears, and so their mind or whatever makes them feel this way, and it's not an excuse. It's action based on fears. And now say what
exactly.
You said.
When you are afraid, the excuse is not the excuse that you give your partner. It's the excuse that you give yourself. You say that you want to experience, and this is teaches you, and you know about life. You can know more about life when you change your partners, etc., etc. I heard all those stories from a lot of places. The truth is that you are afraid to be yourself with a person, and you cannot be yourself with a lot of person because it's like in theater we are not playing the same role in every relationship. It's not the same role, and when we want to jump from one relationship to the other and said yes, we can love a lot of people in the same time. No, we are trying to love ourselves, and we don't love ourselves. That's why we are all the time we look after this love. That's why I pity them.
Okay, ma'am.
I pity them. I'm
perfect.
sorry.
I agree with you.
I'm not judging, but I'm pity them.
I agree with you, but why do I say that it's not excuse? And I think in my world that say that somebody is like it's excuse, it's a bit judgmental, because in order to call something an excuse, the person needs to know he's making excuses. And if you will take the philosophy of yoga, for example, we have our conscience. I'm not sure about the words in English, but in Hebrew it's called akara and mudaut. Like we have our way of thinking when they think this is their truth, but if they will train and develop the maybe to call it in
awareness.
English, yeah, it's the awareness. You know, I know how to say awareness, but I don't know to say akara. Conscious for sure.
Consciously.
So in yoga, they're explaining really beautiful the difference between conscience and awareness. And conscious is the thing that we're thinking all the time. Like, right? We have voices in our head. I'm hungry right now. So I am hungry means conscious, and awareness means the ability to hear the conscious. Like the conscious is like this little guy running inside of us. And to understand he's just a little guy that's running himself, and to disconnect us from this thought, and then to make the choice. And then you're free. Wait a second, let me finish, por favor. Gracias, I let you finish. And then, if someone is not aware, in my world, I can't name his act as an excuse, because for me, he's not aware. If he was aware, and still, and then he makes a choice of יצר הרע, how you said in English, bad creatures, then I can try to say excuses and stuff like that. You want to react from your awareness?
I'm saying that we can, that to have this belief that people are not aware about their choices, it's a way of looking at things. You can say that everyone is not aware about his behavior in general, but for me, a person who his acts means he chooses to do a thing, and when he chooses, if he's not aware to the why he acts like this, it's not my problem. It's not my problem.
Okay, cool.
But I just want to say something.
Yeah.
I know people who are in polyamorous relationships, and this is what I think the ones that actually are the ones that I've heard of that are successful are the people who actually, they have rules, right? They've set up rules of how it's going to operate. They're not just like, okay, me and you are going to live together. Like, let's say me and Litan decided to be together, and then I'm like,
you want
dating.
to run with me a polyamory, a relationship?
Yeah.
Never, my love. Not for you, not for God, not for Ginny, not for Mowgli.
Please, just maybe one.
I want a Disney fairy tale, and I'm going to
But
get it.
let me say, okay, anyway, if we were in a relationship, it's like there is like a whole, the ones that I've seen that they operate from, they have all of these rules and they operating within these rules. It's a lot of work if you're going to do it. That's why for me, I'm like, this is not for me. Because if you want to do it where you're like feeling normal, because to me, I feel like I would feel out of control if I had to manage all of these different relationships with people and then go back to my main partner and talk to, the joke in their communities is they're having more conversations than they having sex. Because they have to, they introduce their partners to the person they're dating, then the person comes over. It's so much work. It's so much work. And it's a lot of energy, and it's like you were saying, and then there's a level of intimacy that you're not creating with your main partner that I feel like for me, I really want that. So I feel like if you are like, you dabbling with this, try it. See if you like it. But if you don't, it's okay. If you do, good luck. Have fun.
I think that you explained it really, really interesting because it's like what you said, you're running away. You're running away from intimacy. You're running away from taking your SHIT. Because if you were running an intimacy relationship with someone, it will be hard because then you will have to take responsibility about mistakes. Or then you will have to
compromise
on your needs for the other person. And then you will have to do a lot of things that you don't have to do in the polyamory right there. 3 last questions. Are you ready? I'm choosing 3 because we have to finish. 3 last questions. Me and my partner going to decided that we want to try threesome for the first time. Do you think we need to do it with another girl or with another guy?
It's up to you.
You think that you have a difference in that?
No, it's up to what do they prefer? What do they want to do? Do they want another girl? Who are you both attracted to?
No, because all the last question was really regular. This is the subject. Let people ask what they want to ask. So up to you. What do you think?
Sure. What's your desire?
I think it's up to them.
Yeah.
I want to dig up on this subject, and I will answer. I don't like to answer without knowledge. Second questions. It's also a threesome, so you can, I don't know, to ask you.
Lots of threesomes happening in Tel Aviv, in Israel.
Lots of polyamory, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, threesome is not the same thing as polyamory.
Let's finish with the book.
Threesome and polyamory, it's not the same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
You're dating, you're actually
it's not a relationship. It's only for SEX.
Okay, mad woman, let's make some fun. 2 minutes. Okay. What is that?
It's a book called Pussy.
What's going on? Why do you think someone need to read it?
It's for, I think, every woman, and men too, need to read this book. It's amazing. It's about women connecting to the pussy and the relationship that you...
To the P-Mowgli?
Yeah, to the P-Mowgli, and recreating the relationship, and about how she's the GPS in your life.
So she's not only my government coach, how do you say it, ראש ממשלה? She's also my ways, GPS,
yeah.
my
she's
ways.
She's going to tell you where to go, the decision.
She's such a talented
She's
creature.
She's gifted.
Yeah,
she's gifted.
She's gifted, yes.
She's also ways. She's also a GPS. Okay, can you go even more? Like, if I want to know, why do I need to read it? What would you answer?
If it's like, basically, I think it's like the evolution of the women's movement. It's about femininity, and it's about us standing in our power. You know, yesterday we were talking about, like, you know, women, we're like, it's like, you're either a whore or you're a good girl.
Exactly.
Or you're good girl and you know
and it's
it.
like, this is, you know, I can be a whore if I want to, and I can be a good girl.
You're so talented.
And it doesn't really matter.
And what is an or, right?
Yeah,
away?
Exactly. But it's like, you know, it's about claiming our femininity. It's about standing in our femininity, and it's about owning all of the stuff, all of the things that we went through as women in our lives, and not letting it have power over us. We have power over it, and we like changing our perception with it, and we taking it into our everyday life, and pleasure. So this book is about, again, it goes back to the clitoris and all of the ways that a woman can experience pleasure in her day, in her life. Like this author, Regina Thomas Hauser, she also, by the way, is Jewish. She is like talking about pleasure all of the time, because the pussy...
it's a knowledge that comes from Elohim, from God, if she's a Jew.
This joke I understand.
Yeah. Finally! Last minute, and the Hebrew and the English, the cultures and the God and the Elohim.
But I just felt like, because I'm in Israel, I had to say she was Jewish.
So keep going. So
but it's like
Regina.
She's talking about how pleasure is women, when they follow their pussy, the GPS,
the P-Mowgli,
you're going to experience more levels of pleasure. And that's what life
is general.
Even more than an ice cream?
Yeah.
You sure of that?
But that is part of it. The ice cream is part of it. It's not just about sexual pleasure. It's about every day and every area of your life.
It's about pleasure in general and about power.
Yeah. It's about power as a woman and pleasure, and reclaiming what we've, you know, things that we were not taught as little girls, things our mother didn't know about being feminine.
You think that they need to take it inside the education syllabus?
Yeah, absolutely. If you want to connect to being...
טוב, תעשי פנייה נרגשת לשר החינוך, לשרת החינוך.
You know Ifat Sasa, right?
Yes.
So she knows
פנייה נרגשת ליפעת.
She knows I don't know to say it in English, but the person that run all the...
Yes, she's...
maybe we will hook you up and you will explain her why
it's very, very important.
From first grade, from which grade?
To teach about the pussy
to now, every grade. It's like
every grade from first grade.
Yeah, but I think
first grade they need
not only about the birds and the bees.
From the first grade,
the feminine way.
Yeah, the feminine way, and to know how sacred. You know, when women connect to their femininity, like what's happened, because we live in the patriarchy. A lot of women, I with myself as well. It's like I became masculine in my life, because you know what happens is we have these like dysfunctional family systems with the father, and then I didn't feel safe with the father, so then I start to be, my masculine becomes heavier and bigger, and now I'm operating in life from a masculine way, which, by the way, Israeli women, especially with the army and all this stuff, they have this, they're tough, and they're supposed to be tough. I understand they have the life you're living, but it's knowing how to turn it off and turn it on. You don't need to be masculine all the time, and the truth is, it's having the balance of masculine and feminine, and we as a culture, as a society, as a world, whether it's America or Israel or, you know, whatever, wherever, it doesn't matter, because we live in the patriarchy, the masculine within all of us is high. It's high. And it takes away and it masks our ability to connect with this and experience the levels of pleasure that God has put in us with the clitoris, as I was saying yesterday, to experience. Too much masculinity is toxic. We live in toxic masculinity. We want to have a healthy masculinity.
So
wait a second.
If you are not give it the place it should give, you are not religion. religious because God did it and you are not
Exactly.
respecting God's will.
I had so many jokes that I wanted like to say, but suddenly it's like God came here
Elohima.
and in 60 seconds.
And he went like this.
And in 60 seconds, just put the secrets of life between bad and good, and why bad is not winning, but used to win, and how we can beat down bad. It was like so on point and so true. And I want to say another thing. For us, we know about the muscular energy and the feminine energy. I'm not sure that everybody knows about it, but we have two different energies. One is muscular and one is feminine.
And both, everybody does. It's not just men and everybody.
Yeah, also men. And we have to make sure that we are balanced because past traumas, the culture that we're growing up in, affected it a lot, and it can make us, again, act for not a root place of our higher self. So just for you to know that if it's your first time like hearing that, and start to dig it up, like do research with yourself. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much, Barbara.
Thank you. Thank
It was very interesting.
I don't know why I feel it's not going to be our last
Yeah,
time.
I don't think so either. We're definitely going to do this again.
Yes, we can.
I think that everybody at home will really enjoy from your knowledge and from your truth and from your energy, and I love you.
I love you too. Thank you.
And Talk Walk finishes
Talk Walk.
part
Thank
3.
you.
It was supposed to be just one show, and it was so fun that it became 3.
Yeah.
Not threesome. Just
Not
Kind of
reason.
a threesome. It's kind of a threesome. Bye.